This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, ho there, Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on this day. Yeah, right, it's a birthday boy. And the birthday boy is affectionately known as Burnaby Joe. That's right, it's Joe Sakic, who's 52 years old today. He played his entire 21-year career with the Avalanche, or their previous iteration, the Collector Deeks. He was captain of the team in 1992. He's one of the greatest team leaders in league history, and Mr. Clutch, as he helped Colorado win Cups 96 and 2001, getting the 96 Conn Smythe Trophy, and actually won the NHL MVP award in 2001. Only 6 players from the Avalanche were in both Stanley Cup victories. Waugh, for sure, and Forsberg, for sure. Sakic would be to 13 NHL All-Star games. Pretty good, eh? When he retired in 2009, he was 8th on the points list, 14 goals and 11 assists. Sakic was one of the most impressive players for the 2002 Canadian team when they won the Olympic gold medal against the U.S. and was named to tournament MVP. Sakic retired in July 2009, but his number retirement happened during the season opener for Colorado, so his 19 was raised to the rafters. He was inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame in November 2012. He is the Executive Vice President of Hockey Operations for the Avalanche. So anyway, Joe Sakic actually came from Croatian immigrants and didn't speak English until kindergarten. He was raised with Croatian as his mother tongue. Sakic would play for Swift Current in 1987. Sadly, though, that season would be an afterthought after Swift Current's bus crash in December 1986. The driver lost control and crashed, killing 4 players. Trent Kress, Scott Kruger, Chris Mantanka, and Brett Ruff, who is Lindy Ruff's brother. It actually had an impact on Sakic, who declined to talk about the crash. But the next season after the accident, he was named Major Junior Player of the Year. And the year after, he left that team to go play for Quebec. Swift Current won the 89 Memorial Cup. Sakic was drafted in 1987 with the 15th overall pick. Can't remember how many picks Quebec had. It seemed like Quebec had all these picks. Well, Quebec, I thought Quebec had 3 picks in the first round, but no, this was the second pick in 87. This was the Pierre Turgeon draft that he got drafted first, then Brad Shanahan and Glenn Wesley. But Joe Sakic was drafted 15th. He was actually only the second center to be drafted after Pierre Turgeon. I mean, a lot of teams make dumb moves. LA picked Wayne McBean. Minnesota took Dave Archibald. I think I talked about the 87 draft, I think when I was talking about John LeClaire, because that looks familiar to me. But anyway, with Quebec's second first-round pick, which they received from Washington when they traded Dale Hunter and Clint Malarchuk to the Caps, he basically was drafted. He even told Nordique's management he wanted to go back to juniors and all that. So he did, and then he got himself a point. Well, he picked up a point in his first NHL game against the Whalers. 2 days later, he scored his first NHL goal against the Devils' Sean Burke. He wore number 88 because his number 19 was taken by Alain Cote and all that. Unfortunately, despite the fact he was close to getting the Calder Trophy, he had an ankle injury, which cost him dearly, and Brian Leetch ended up winning the award. Sakic got his number 19 in his second NHL season after Alain Cote retired. And in his third season, he was named co-captain alongside Stephen Finn. Quebec obviously wasn't really that great back in the day. It was so bad that, that's when Lindros decided to hold out instead of playing for Quebec and all that. Sakic did say, when Lindros was holding out against Nordique, he said, "We only want players here who have the passion to play the game. I'm tired of hearing that name. He's not there, and there are a lot of others in this locker room who care about the game." Sakic became full-time captain in '92. And oddly enough, the first year he was captain, the Nordiques made one of the biggest jumps in history by almost picking 50 more points up than the previous season. So basically, they made the playoffs for the first time in 6 years and should have taken down the Montreal Canadiens in the first round of the '93 playoffs, but they didn't. They actually set the franchise record for wins and points in the process, but the 2001 Avalanche team broke that thing. So anyway, Sakic looked good. He was helping the Nordiques do well. Unfortunately, a first-round loss to the New York Rangers, coupled with the fact that the team was sold to Colorado, didn't help matters. So anyway, they moved to Colorado and all that. But Sakic did fantastic. 120 points in the regular season and 34 points in 22 playoff games. Conn Trophy winner, no question about that. He was just a team leader and would score lots of overtime goals. In fact, Sakic broke Maurice Richard's record for playoff overtime goals. I don't remember when. So anyway, Sakic had issues. However, as a free agent in '97, Sakic actually signed a contract offer sheet with the Rangers, 3 years, $21 million. Colorado had 1 week to match the Rangers' offer or basically let go of Sakic for 5 first-round picks. It looked like Colorado was not going to get Joe Sakic because they spent a lot of salary on Forsberg and Waugh. But as the Down Goes Brown book said in one of its chapters about, how Air Force One, the Harrison Ford movie about the president, actually did so well at the box office because Comsat, who are the Avalanche owners, produced it. Basically, it was a blockbuster hit. The profits made sure Colorado could match that offer and all that. So anyway, Sakic would have some injury issues and all that. But by 2001, he was back healthy and all that. He won the Hart, Lady Byng, and Lester B. Pearson Award, which was pretty good. And almost won the Selke. He was a finalist. So anyway, Sakic was the first player to receive the cup, obviously as captain in 2001. However, he decided to hand it off to Ray Bourque so that he can hoist it over his head after waiting 22 years to win the Stanley Cup. Sakic would be huge and all that. Sakic actually signed a few one-year deals in his later days and all that. In 2007, Sakic was the 2007 season. Sakic was the second oldest player to hit 100 points in a year at age 37, just behind Gordie Howe. The Avalanche would miss the playoffs for the first time in 11 years, which was not that good and all that. Sakic would help the Avalanche out, but basically injuries would hurt him and late season problems. So he basically decided to retire and then instantly got his number retired. Sakic played for Canada in some tournaments. He won gold for the 2002 Olympic team, obviously, which he scored 4 points in the final game against the U.S., which was one of the best one-game efforts in international hockey for Canada. He helped Canada win the '94 World Championships, getting that trophy for the first time in 33 years. He played in a few World Cup of Hockeys, and he was part of the 1988 team that won the World Juniors the year after they got DQ'd at Pierre-Stane. Sakic was one of the first players of the Triple Gold Club, winning a gold medal at the World Juniors, a Stanley Cup, and a gold medal at the Olympics. Anyway, Sakic was named captain of Team Canada for the 2006 Olympics, but they basically sucked, only finishing 7th. Sakic decided to take time off hockey and spend time with his family. A couple years after his retirement, Sakic was named executive advisor to the Avalanche. And he would represent the team at Board of Governors meetings and all that. Sakic got into the Hockey Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Why wouldn't he? And then basically he's executive vice president of hockey operations. He still works with the Avalanche and all that. So anyway, Sakic and his wife Debbie have 3 children: Mitchell, Chase, and Cameron. So anyway, Sakic's an avid golfer and has played at many pro-ams in Lake Tahoe that NBC broadcasts. All that. So in his career, 1,641 points in 1,378 games, 84 goals, 188 points in 172 playoff games. Internationally, he did okay. All-Star games, he played a lot. He set many milestones and all that. His 1,000th point, December 99 against the Blues. And in 2006, he was the 11th player to hit 1,500 points. In fact, the 6th to do it with only one franchise. Gordie Howe, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Ray Bourque, and Steve Yzerman were the others. He scored his 500th goal against the Canucks in Vancouver in 2002. His 600th against the Flames in 2007. Yeah. Amazing. Alongside Bobby Clarke, Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, Sakic captained his team to a Stanley Cup championship and won the Hart in the same year. That's amazing. He holds many Avalanche records, obviously, and playoff overtime. And he has 2 major NHL records: most All-Star game assists with 16, and most playoff overtime goals with 8. I thought he had like double digits, but it's not. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he was a big star in the WHL before coming to the NHL. Stanley Cup champion twice, Conn Smythe Trophy once, plus minus award, which was amazing. Hart Trophy, Lester B. Pearson, Lady Byng for Gentleman Player, All-Star Game MVP in 2004. Yeah, Joe Sakic was just an icon for Colorado and for Quebec in that matter too. So yeah, good old Burnaby Joe. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.